And welcome to the Driving Talk podcast, Trackside, baby.
Woo! Brand touch.
Behind the wall.
Behind the wall, yes.
Sorry,
we are
working.
Robin's working away. I do apologise as well for the audio on Robin's mic. We've got an iffy mic, and it does look like it is Robin's mic this time. So
I'll also apologise for the visual effects as well for Robin. We can't help that. It's just the way he looks.
whoa. I mean, truly.
Lucky I'm working and I can't concentrate at the moment.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are the first round of the C1 racing season is upon us. Mm-hmm. There's already been good motorsport going on already. We have the TCRs and the trucks here last week. That was some quite good racing.
And the legends at Silverstone.
Legends at Silverstone, Alex Keen's mini challenge trophy. My God, that boy can pedal. Mm-hmm. Him and Matt Luff have absolutely cleared off into the distance after the first round of the mini challenge trophy. There's lots going on. Let's unpack it. But first of all, we've got a couple of guests, and that is returning to the Driving Talk podcast is Robin Welsh.
Hello.
And returning to the Driving Talk podcast, but not in its current iteration. Katie was very much there in the sort of earlier years.
Fetal stages
of the Driving Talk podcast.
And now she has a fetal thing. Yeah. She has a thing.
Yeah. She's got an actual live fetal thing, sleeping up at the hotel. Little Edie's here so for her first racing experience. Pull the mic a bit closer, darling.
Sorry.
Get it round your gob.
Steady, Robin. Can't take him anywhere, honestly. But
in all seriousness, though, like it's pretty cool bringing she's not brand new, but she's still
5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
Straight to a circuit. Again, this is it. Get used to it.
Get used to it, because.
Well, she's coordinator in training now, surely.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even got her own little vest.
She's got her own little vest. Yeah.
That's cool.
And she's got a set of lungs on her, so if anyone's late to assembly tomorrow,
she is going to scream at them.
Yeah, she will.
Just put her in the car. It's not coming out till you get to assembly.
Yeah, just have her there screwing. I'm so sorry, I'll get her to assembly.
I'll just save some dirty nappies from tonight.
Don't do that.
Oh, can you imagine that in a car that's just warming up?
Warming up, or you're getting really hot.
That's brilliant. You got any spare? I'm going to go and put one in SCR's car.
That would be funny.
Under the bonnet, so when Chip lifts it, you can see it.
Do they turn the heating up on the car to go faster?
Yeah, and then take the knob off.
So if you were to do that and then put the nappy in,
Lush.
that's going to be grim.
Robin, you've got quite a good grid of cars here. 4 Brands Hatch, first round.
Yeah, 31. It's not bad, to be fair. First round of the year, I'll take that. And we never get a great subscription at Brands, which baffles me because it's one of the best circuits for these cars.
Yeah.
You know, Silverstone and stuff, it's great in its own right, but Brands is non-stop. Brands Indies, non-stop. Very few power bits. It's all about momentum, which is what a C1's all about. There's no point in the circuit where you slow it down and stick it on its nose, which is great for a C1 because they don't get going. But even Druids, it's pretty fast as far as hairpins go. So it's one of the best circuits for the car. But still 31's 31. It's one of the biggest grids this weekend. So we'll take that.
Definitely take that. I mean, Super Sport Endurance, they're on the Sunday. They've got 18, have they?
Yeah, I saw it was. Most other things are in the teens. I think the Formula 4 does it. Oh, sorry, no, City Car is up there.
Oh, they're they're like they're on the verge of the old days of being C grids.
ABCs,
which is pretty good. But are we all excited?
Very excited. I'm very excited. I've already had messages from some new teams already today asking questions, and they seem really excited and up for it. So.
The new teams have been really, really good, actually. And what I've been very grateful of this year is we've probably got 4 new teams. And the amount of questions I've had fired at me, emails, texts, WhatsApp, phone calls, which is great because 99% they're here ready. They're not.
You'd rather have that than them getting penalties, wouldn't you?
100%. Yeah. Even last week, the week leading up to this, I was on holiday with the family and I was answering calls, emails the whole time. It's fine. I'm just getting these people ready, so they know what they're doing. It's good, and they're very grateful as well, which is nice to see. They're very grateful for the support. One of the teams given loads of information, set up stuff, and they've been testing. And they were so grateful for that information because they said they never would have dreamed of setting the car up the way I told them to.
Yeah.
They certainly never would have dreamed of in the tyre pressure in the car that I told them to.
Been there.
Are you sure? Yeah, exactly. And they were pretty much on. Well, one of the drivers was on the pace. He's a motorcycle rider.
Yeah.
Shocker. So he was just on the pace.
So he's used to being a bit nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Removed
and he was on the pace pretty much straight away. So they were very grateful for that advice. And I say, give it to everyone. You know, so just ask the question. Do you want to know?
Advice, abuse, alcohol.
The abuse comes later on when I know you a bit. Very professional at first.
Has it been quite a worrying winter?
When is it not a worrying winter when I have to sign the check at the beginning of the year? Regardless, I don't know who's coming. It's just gambling. It's just the biggest form of gambling because you know I have to sign the contracts. I have to agree to the track time, which is substantial.
Yeah.
You know, every year it's more than my house is worth by margin, big margin. And I have to commit to it. So yeah, it's nervy every winter. This one less so, I'd say. We've discussed this a little bit, you know, because I've had a lot of shop orders, a lot of new teams asking a lot of questions, which is a really good sign. You know, we've had this year we've had more new drivers. You know, 4 new teams round one's great, but we've had a lot more new drivers than we have had new teams, which is brilliant. So yeah, I think it hopefully it'll keep up that momentum this year. And yeah, so to answer your question, it's not the most worrying winter I've had.
But it's tough out there at the moment for series
Everyone,
teams.
every team.
Well, I looked at the Castle Coombe meeting on Easter Monday, and I'm pretty sure, I think it was the Welsh Sports and Saloons, their second race, they have 5 cars out.
Wow.
And they
Surely
were-
it gets to a point where you just call the race off. Surely you can't do that. Who wants to watch
exhibition.
5 cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly not for the. I mean, Castle Coombe generate crowds.
Yeah, exactly. But surely, yeah, and that, you get to that scenario, if you're the clerk in the meeting, you're right, who can we put these guys with?
Yeah.
Back off or whatever. Yeah, let's put them on the back of the race and get everyone home an hour early or whatever. Like, 5 cars, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was. It did look quite bad, and I'm not saying that's what's going on here. It's tough times all round, right? And I mean,
Yeah, I mean, for Supersport Sunday, right?
Yeah.
For them to be in the teens is
scary.
unheard of.
Yeah, definitely scary. But then you've got the likes of Britcar GT Cup this weekend. They're thriving.
Yeah.
Which just begs a question. I wonder, because if you got that kind of car, you can do Supersport.
Yeah.
So why would you choose? Those other charities are great. I'm not saying they're not. They're a lot more expensive to enter for the same amount of track time.
Yeah.
Is there a label? Like,
Yeah,
it's
there
is.
The Brit car
There
thing
is.
for
The
sure.
Brit
There
car.
is. Even GT Cup, there's a label with that now. They're live streamed, which is a massive help, and it's
Yeah.
a big thing to get your sponsors
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to. We've done one this year because again, the cost of that is just gone so expensive.
Thanks, Rob.
Sorry. What can I do? It's one of those things. Yeah, we are bottom level, entry level endurance racing.
Yeah.
And the entry fees reflect that.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be charging what Britcar GT Cup would charge. If I did, of course we could live stream, but I'd have 3 C1s.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that kind of cycle because you know for teams to get sponsorship, if they can say, oh, we're live streamed, that's that exposure, and
It
then
is, yeah.
that would encourage more entries, and then that could then fund these bigger costs.
I think
but
the thing
something
is
needs
as well,
to give.
it's the
before
cars they
then.
jump up into as well. So I know a couple of drivers that have gone up into GT Cup early from young age, and they can get into GT Cup. So that's their sort of launch pad into things like British GT. And
Oh, it's a
World
massive
Endurance.
stepping. Yeah, those sort of things are a big stepping stone.
Well, it worked
Yeah.
for Joel,
But-
didn't it? Joel did C1s and ended up in British GT.
Yeah.
There we go.
But I think it's more. I think what I was getting at was more. There's a lot of, especially you see it in Britcar, what I call club level fast cars, and they'll go and do something like Britcar. You think, well, surely Supersport Endurance is better value for money.
I think it is just a label thing, though. Again, you're down the pub with your mates and you go and race and know what you're racing at, Supersport Endurance or GT Cup. What's GT Cup? Well, it's like British GT, but about 15 grand less a weekend.
Yeah, I get it. I just find it strange because Supersport was so busy. What was it last year? It must be maybe a year before, I don't know. But you know, anytime they were with us on the other day, they were just absolutely rammed, like, really busy. Yeah, because I've done it a few times, and
Yeah.
It was Donington Park, wasn't it?
nah, not that one. No, don't talk.
Oh,
Let's
that
go.
was
Oh,
no, that's one.
Yeah, you know your friends are, don't you?
I
They bring up the best bits.
How many times was it? How many?
18 times he got
times.
done at track limits at the old hairpin.
How consistent? How consistent?
I mean,
was
they
it?
use your image now on. They get Rob
literally.
Pollard before, but now it's Robin Welsh in a TT.
You did that many track limits infractions through the old hairpin. They could actually collage on the wall every single track limits of it. I was impressed.
It was impressive. I mean, that was Terry Grant precision you were doing there.
It was. The photos all looked like the same photo. In my defence.
Literally.
They are the same photo.
Whatever.
Same.
Didn't we have a go at the drivers for track limits that day?
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Oh, you chewed us.
And I did bring up, like, do as I say, not as I do.
Because I can remember that briefing, and I'm pretty sure me, you, and Nick, your lovely husband, who's currently looking after Edie in the hotel, we were kind of stood back at the briefing room trying not to piss ourselves laughing, while Robin's at the front going, do as I say, not as I do. I've just been done 18 times for track limits. You lot can't do track limits offences.
From memory, I think Robin said something like 15, and then people were heckling like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
18.
They all added there a little bit. Yeah.
Because by that time, me and you had already spread the good cheer of, because what Robin's got to
Yeah.
done. What a tit.
Fantastic.
You were pinging it like a Tesco kiosk, mate. Boop.
But it was the exact same. No. The photos are identical because it was the exact same point. That is what my marker point was the year before.
Right.
It's not my point. They moved the goalposts.
Did you read the rules?
No.
So what did you say to us?
Read the
fucking rule book.
I was running, I think, C1 Club that weekend, so I was a bit busy as well. And then I had to quickly get in the car, go and do my thing, do really well, get a load of penalties, not do very well. And then
In your sexy overalls as well, wasn't it?
In the sexy Raw Motorsports
Yeah.
C1 Racing
Yeah.
Club
Something with that.
overalls. And although saying that, it wasn't just us that were taking the piss out of you. It was the higher-ups, Paul McCurlin at the time, Greg Graham of the BROCC.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait to rip it into you.
yeah, everyone had a good go that weekend.
That was so good.
I think it's
But
a bit personal about the race suit, to be fair. That's a bit personal.
What's wrong with the race?
It's just white race suit, just because it's white in there. It's a bit like,
Mate, if I get the shit ripped out of me for my white race suit, you're getting it.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
I got Nick some race boots as like a wedding gift, and they're white and had his like initials on it.
Oh,
and
you
stuff.
don't buy white boots.
See, and some people,
They gotta be
were
gravelled in.
taking the mick out.
Yeah,
of
because
it.
they've got to be gravelled in if they're white.
Right. Okay.
If they're white and they're clean, it just means one thing. You ain't pushing hard enough because they'd never seen gravel.
Is that what you thought about your tyres at Donington Park?
Yes. Didn't touch a gravel.
No, you didn't touch the gravel.
No, I
just a
didn't.
lot of the green stuff they
Yeah.
don't like you to touch. So looking ahead
Moving on.
looking ahead to this weekend and the cars that are out, conditions are set fairly fair.
Yeah, it was looking really, really wet, which I was dreading. But the weather forecast seems to have shifted a little bit. It's been very, very windy. So I think we're going to be okay. Pretty potentially wet qualifying, but
Yeah.
Luckily
Although
we
by
got-
the time this goes out, it would have all been done. So
For sure, yeah, we'll find
congratulations to the winner. That was a great
Yeah,
race.
fantastic job.
By the
Yeah.
way, couldn't believe that dragon flew overhead. Just going
Those conditions, tricky.
absolutely tricky.
we got a
Streaker.
briefing, doing a briefing before qualifying this time. So hopefully, there's a few new teams and stuff. So we'll be able to just go over the basics then and just remind them what to do and stuff. Should be okay.
I will ask the question though: what does it take to run a racing club in these in this financial climate?
Thick skin.
'Cause
Thick
the
skin
shit
and
you must
persistence. Persistence and to be able to have the ability to answer the same questions 50 times in a week.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. The thing that I think I underestimate when I took the club on is how accessible you have to be the whole time.
Yeah.
So because these days everyone's, the phones are always here and, everything's so accessible these days. I was just on holiday with my family. I got back yesterday at midday, went straight to the workshop, loaded the lorry, brands today. But the whole week we were away on holiday, I was still on the phone several times a day, answering emails. We're sitting down to have lunch as a family. I'm like, right, back on the phone, get through my emails. Because I'll get 15, 20 emails a day.
Is a lot of
Yeah.
it the same questions, though?
No, not on the lead up to a race meeting. You do get similar ones on the lead up to a year, but on the lead up to a race meeting, it's some lot of random stuff, car stuff, tickets, random things. Social media, is it live streamed? Just so many different things.
Yeah.
A lot of people asking about weight. My car weighs this much. How much lead am I going to need? piece of string. Like my scales might be different to your scale. Just do it on the day.
Just bring more than you need.
Sticker packs, where do we get them, etc. Where do we go? Some people are so green they don't know anything. So it's like you have to give them a whole rundown of a step by step what you do, what your priorities are, and they're just so grateful for the information. You have to give them the time to do it. And I think I underestimated that when I took the club on of how accessible you have to be. Like next week, once this race is done, I won't hear from anyone for a week.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Because they'll be downloading, they'll be digesting.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll just be you doing their car stuff, and then the following week it'll start again on the lead up because 24 hours next. So it's a bigger deal next.
Do you think it might be a good idea, just thinking out the box, just do a little, when you go on a track day, and you say you do an open track day or whatever, and you have to watch the video and it explains everything through it, and
about that.
Might save you.
We could probably do a podcast.
Well, I just think you've got Rob here. He ain't doing a lot this weekend now.
Thanks, mate.
Now you've cut his hours down. You can get him and Katie doing a little video, and you can be the face.
It's probably something we should actually get an email thing going.
Just watch the video.
Got some questions around. Make a structured thing. That's probably not a bad call. We can stick it on the website.
It might help you.
Yeah, it's not bad
cool.
The good thing with the video is people can just watch it while they're having their breakfast, driving, or just have it on and listen to it while they're driving to work, whatever. So, I find that's just a thing I find frustrating. We put a lot of work between me, Nick, and Katie, and we put a lot of work into the newsletters.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people read them. Not a lot of people. We get a lot of people that don't read them. A lot of drivers.
And they skim read as well. And then it always falls, I always found running a team, it always falls on the team manager to digest that information and then relay the information onto your drivers.
Which it should be. That's the most, they should have them. But I find
you send that information onto them and go, read this, and we'll still go through it. And they don't read it.
And they don't read it, yeah.
Literally, I'm hearing that and I can just hear Katie, just the steam starting to come out the ears. Yeah, they don't listen because ultimately, Katie, you've got to round them up.
Yeah.
Well, but Katie's done team manager, right? She ran a 24 hour. She ran more for the 24 hour. So she knows both sides of it.
That was...
I remember getting to Silverstone, first sort of team manager gig, and got all the drivers all together, and none of them had been around the circuit in a C1 before. They've had a combination of been in a C1 but not at that circuit, or at a circuit but not in that C1. And it was like, great, no practice, straight out in qualifying.
Had they ever raced before?
Yeah.
That was the year, Nick and Steph, that was me going to Robin and go, can I go on the telecast?
Yeah, it was first year.
I can't fit in a race car.
Well, no, it weren't that. Wasn't that at all. It was the drive was offered, and then it was okay. No, we're going racing. You're not. Oh, okay. Thank you.
We will. We've got a driving talk C1. We'll get you out in it. Told you.
Yeah, that's.
I tell you that 24 hour though, Morwin was a perfect example of ask the questions, do as I tell you, or as I advise, and you get a result.
All for what was it? 1 stone from the Stowe
But
gravel
up to
track.
that point, you were P5.
Yeah.
No, they were P3.
P3.
Yeah, we were on for a podium, I reckon.
And you ended up.
You're in the box
15.
seat.
Ended up 15th.
Yeah.
But it was going so well because you literally just stuck to the plan.
Stuck to the plan and planning for every scenario.
Yeah.
So we knew if there was going to be a catastrophic issue or an incident or something that the car had to come in, we had a pattern of what we would do. So it was refuel the car first, while it's refueling, walk around it, look at what tools we need, see what the damage is. So by the time it was refueled and then wheeled into the garage, we knew what it needed.
Yeah.
And I think that saved the changing of the radiator so much time. Yeah. And it was amazing to watch the team. I'm useless. I just stood back and that looks
But at that
good.
point, that's the point there, isn't it? That's not your job at that point.
No.
You just stand back, wait for it to go again and have everything in your head of what's happening next. You don't need to get involved in that.
No.
Yeah, and I think one thing throughout, obviously 24 hours, you're awake for a lot longer than that because obviously you've got before the race and then after and during
it's
it
way
as well.
more.
I think I didn't underestimate how many times you have to repeat something because people are tired, they're thinking about other things, they're just in the car, they've just come out the car, they're absolutely knackered. It's having just, even if you think it's daft and silly, just repeating, double checking before every pit stop. Everyone knows what they're doing, where they're positioned, where the tools are, they know what they need to do. And just screaming Hugh tag at them, which thankfully we don't have
Don't
anymore.
have to do that anymore. Well, you might have to at 24 hours still.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of the 24 hours, obviously things are a bit different these days. It's now very much a multi-class race. Are you guys looking forward to it?
Yes. I will have
That's a
I'll have a little
conservative
baby attached to me at the same time. No, really good. Yeah, definitely. It's one of those of I get like antsy sort of preparing and sort of leading up to it, and then when I'm there, it's like I can stay awake for
It almost feels
40
like
hours. It's great.
it almost feels like, because it is at Silverstone, the home of British motorsport. It almost feels like it is the crown jewel club race of the year
Yeah.
to me.
Where else is there? 24-hour Silverstone GP. You know?
There isn't.
Right.
You know, the KAs do have one at Anglesey.
For sure,
There's
yeah.
the 2CV 24 hours at Snetterton, which is sort of have a bit of historical significance.
But it's the
They're-
home of British motorsport.
Yeah.
It's always been the best thing to sell. As someone trying to sell seats, it's always been the best sell. They want it at Silverstone.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those races that demonstrates, you know, particularly with Morwen when we did it, we qualified 38th, maybe 40th,
Something like that, yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And then to climb, and that was through strategy and consistency.
Yeah.
And it
Keep
wasn't,
going.
It wasn't about having one driver with the fastest lap times. It was just having that consistency, plan, strategy. And I think having that 24-hour race, it almost doesn't matter where you qualify.
It really doesn't.
No,
When you
it
look
doesn't.
at with 2019, you know, car that started 99th won the race on the second to last corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, through just doing an absolutely superb job the whole way through the race, regardless of everything happened before that point.
Yeah.
From the start of that race, starting 99th, they didn't put a foot wrong. They did everything perfectly
Yeah.
the whole time, and they deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from working a couple now, I think particularly from a coordinator perspective, the first sort of half is quite, I'd say, fairly straightforward and straight, easy going. As those hours wind down, you get to the final few hours, and I saw it particularly last year, team neighbours looking at each other going, oh, did they have 5 people touching the car?
yeah.
The dobbing in
And then
thing
the
just
dobbing in
does my head in.
And it's like, oh, for goodness sake.
I just tell them dead straight. I'm just like, just don't do that. We're not going to listen to a word you've got to say. So just stop it. You race your race there, race their race.
Yeah.
Unless a marshal sees it or one of the C1 officials sees it, I don't care. I don't want to see a video footage of it. I'm not interested. We need, and that's actually a technicality of the rules. You know, if we don't see it,
Yeah.
you know,
Because
it's
you
not-
are judges of fact, aren't you? And you
with
have to
everything,
see it.
you know, with AI these days, people could make up whatever they wanted
Yeah.
as well. So, and it's just, that's really, I find it super unsportsmanlike, and I'm just like, I'm just going to give you a random penalty if you keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's one of them, because I do think, you know, racing drivers, team owners, they're all competitive. It's why we do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you see it in all
for
areas
sure, I
of
get all
like,
that.
oh, if this person gets that 3-minute stop go, that gives us 3 places. And we, you know, you can see watching TSL, you look at the pit stops and you're looking, going, okay, well, net position, where am I sitting? So you can see why they do it, but obviously it's very frustrating.
We set the trap and it works.
Yeah.
For those of you listening to our podcast, the gearbox door you can hear in the background, my lovely other half, Kirsty, has just got here and set off the door that is quite
Noisy.
quite noisy. Yeah, sounds like an old Z-Tech gearbox. But the mixed classes of the racing, that's what I'm really looking for. We had a little taste of it last year. We had it with it. So we had the Danish team that came over. We had a couple of city car cups
Yeah.
that did it. But there's more this year. There's so
And
much more of a blend.
I think it's better for it.
Yeah.
Have you,
So
have you
do-
seen a bigger increase in interest because of it?
I haven't asked the question yet, but I'm heard that there's quite a few 116s.
Yes,
Yeah, 'cause I
well over
know-
half a dozen already.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of talk
116s.
about it, which I think is just, it's perfect. You know, you look at any other 24-hour race in the world, is there one make one?
No.
No. It's all multi-class racing, and that's actually part of a 24-hour race, in my opinion. It's a hectic mess.
Yep.
And we're making it, wait, not me, BRC, but the 116 thing, or anything of that kind of speed, I think there might be a DS3 or 2 out there as well, because they're
I think
similar.
they're going to be in the guest class, yeah.
Well,
There's a Fiat Panda as well.
Yeah, the Fiat Panda,
bring the
yeah.
box.
Yes.
Fiat Panda.
Can I bring the box
The
Stuff.
Dale
Yeah.
Lomas Fiat Panda.
First C1 engine it. But the point is they're a little bit faster, not loads faster, and we
Yeah.
work well with them at Race Remembrance, so we know it works.
Yeah.
And what it means is that event has got a chance of continuing. Because if that event doesn't get into the
It needs to
high
go in-
60s,
It needs to go 60s and 70s
You
to
know,
wipe its own face,
yeah,
doesn't it?
then it's just not going to be sustainable, and then there'll just be no 24-hour at
Yeah.
Silverstone, which is such a shame, because unfortunately the C1, there's not enough customers left to do it, I don't think.
No.
Not mostly, but everyone that is open-minded enough to do it has potentially done it once or twice. And they're kind of like tick box thing.
Yeah.
So they're like, right, done that.
Yep.
But if they can now do it in something a bit quicker, rear-wheel drive, bit quicker, actually, that's another challenge. So you might see a load more teams going, actually, cool, we've done it in a C1, now let's do it in a 116. It's the 24-hour race, it's the best racing you can do.
Yeah.
But to do it something that bit quicker,
I'm waiting for the team that rocks up with one C1, one European spec, one City Car Cup,
That'd be
one of
mega.
each.
Glenn will do that, won't he?
Yeah, big shout out to Emax. Glenn will be up for that.
He would,
I'm sure. What's your expectations ahead of the weekend? You're obviously hoping everyone gets through it.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get 31 start, 31 finish, happy days. Absolutely happy days. Trojan Kids, got a new car out.
Yeah.
New number 301. So see how they get on with that. Untested. Beautiful car though. Adam and Bear. They've been doing it between the pair of them. It's a lovely car. So that should be good. Drinkwater's back out with Poppy car.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if they replicate. Well, to be fair, I was about to say replicate, but Bacon have been up there and Nathan Donington.
We've had some mega races at Brands Hatch over the years. One, Mr. Josh Cook was part of a
three-way, wasn't it?
Three-way finish to the line, and it's just good to have the season up and running again.
Yeah, I think that's what I do like as Brands especially, and I think with the new once every hour pit stop strategy, it's going to bring it all a bit tighter again.
Yeah.
So if we can get to the end of 3 hours and it be a race for the lead to the line, that's what I'm hoping for.
That's pretty cool.
Because it's happened twice now.
And
So
we've got 2 podiums to go for.
we have two podiums to go for.
Yeah, so we got the Pro and Am class, we've got the new pit stop strategy, which means basically in a 3-hour race, you've got to have 1 pit stop done per hour.
Every racing hour, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I can't wait.
And with no hue tags, there'll be more racing time.
Yeah.
As silly as that sounds, because you won't get the downtime at the end of the pit lane. So people are actually going to potentially do another lap or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and it's one less variable. So they're not going to stop at the end of the pit lane. You won't get these variables where you could have an experienced guy and a novice that could hold up another experienced guy at the hue tag board. It's going to be out your pit lane, off you go. Out your pit box, sorry, off you go.
It makes those pit stops even more critical now, doesn't it?
Really, yeah, a lot more. I mean, they were just so, all the experienced teams are so slick anyway.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to make everyone up their game. Not that anyone had an advantage waiting at the end, but if there was someone there, you're like,
It just takes that variable out. You can just exit the pit.
just as long as you've got a green, that's the only I do need. You got to have a pit lane exit
usual
green.
rules apply.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, the big thing about Brands Hatch, and we had it a few years. You had it a few years ago. When it goes wrong, it goes wrong.
We spoke about this last week about, it's first race back. So either first race back after a longish winter, people are back in the car, or some newbies out for the first time. And from personal experience of managing a team, we've had an incident at Paddock Hill. I think that's obviously kind of a worry. I want people to finish a race and not end up on the roof.
Sure.
I know how.
Paddock Hill was the one. I think that's another thing.
Well, we've already had
a few years ago, Scott, you came here with 4 cars, and I think every single one of them were absolutely balls deep by the end of the weekend,
They're
weren't they?
destroyed, aren't they?
Yeah, they were brand new, all of them, when they rolled out.
And that was so sad because myself and Scott build a car to a very similar standard.
Yes,
and I
they
love his
do.
cars. And I just looked at all 4 and I just shook his hand. I was like, bravo. At the end of the weekend, we just looked at him. We're like, oh my. This is, not much to salvage out of that lot.
Worst weekend at racing I've ever had.
That was terrible.
Ever had.
That
it didn't go well. We had one of our drivers drive into the wall.
Yeah.
In shits before we'd even started.
Yeah, that was a
He
weekend.
crashed in pits, didn't he, before he got on the
we got
circuit?
blooper of the weekend for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
How?
One of our mechanics deglazed the pads and stuff, and then never pumped the pedal afterwards. So they chucked the driver in the car, and he hooked it round, and then went to brake because he had to reverse. No brakes. To be fair to him, he was inexperienced. He just literally drove straight into one of these walls, and it was like, I can't. And then, bless him, on his in lap, so he put the pit board out, thumbs up, wicked, cool. He goes round paddock. Oh,
no.
crap. There it goes.
Yeah.
But I think it was like 12 minutes. We got it in, new door, cleared the gravel back out.
Speaking of which, that's your multiple endurance class winner, Dave Drinkwater.
Well,
There
it's the
with
most
the Bobcat.
successful car of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are going to get David Drinkwater as a guest on the podcast because what a career that man's had.
God, the guy is just a legend. And he's my racing brother, apparently, it turns out.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks we're brothers. The amount of people that got to him over race weekend just start asking questions, and he's just like, all right.
It's fine until he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
And then a scouse comes out.
He doesn't even try and make things up. He's just like, all right, go and ask Robin.
I see someone's just got to tell him, feed him stuff now.
Just feed him function. We're not going to have any problem with cars rolling though, because they got it all out of the system today.
Yeah.
It's
There's one that's had a roll today, so hopefully they get it all out.
I think that is the only thing that puts people off at brands is people are scared of Paddock Hill Bend when they actually don't need to be.
Paddock is probably in one of these. It's literally a dab on the brakes, let it turn in, and then.
Yeah, you can do it with a lift.
Yeah.
But it is great. You can't even do it with a lift, and but it's very fast, but it's fine. It does what every car does in Paddock Hill. You brake, the front dips, you turn in, it just hits the crest, you put a tiny bit of correction on, and then you turn into it on throttle and you go through. It's so repetitive, it's so easy.
I think it's just
the problem comes from overcorrection every time.
Yeah.
Every problem at Paddock Hill
Because
is
that's what
overcorrection.
spits them off. They overcorrect.
Yep.
And because they've already got that lock on, it's just going to turn them left.
That's
That's
it.
what
Less
happened
is-
to me at Alton. That
less is
was
Overcorrection.
overcorrection.
Yeah.
Crunch.
Round you go. As I say to everyone here, if it goes wrong, just turn right.
Yeah,
It's not much to
the
hit.
safest way.
You just spin and rejoin. Like it's just don't be here. Don't try and save it, because if you haven't got that level of car control, just turn right, just spin out.
The car today, is that out tomorrow? Is it?
Yeah, so Glybrooks and bought them up a screen and a door, so
Nice.
that'd be grand.
It's a nice roll then.
And that's another great thing about this paddock. And, a lot of motorsport paddocks are the same. The camaraderie, everyone comes round, right parts, get stuff done as
Yeah,
well.
for sure.
So, and I'm missing my modified Fords at Alton this weekend.
Would the car be ready?
SNET 200, I'm hoping. I've just
Is
gotta
the car ready this weekend?
What, my car?
Yeah, for Alton.
No.
So why are you moaning about it?
Because, I don't know. You speak to most people on the internet just think of a fat pedo anyway. That's what they put. Apparently so. Don't.
My postpartum rage is come out on behalf of Rob. I am
Katie.
constantly screenshotting Rob. I've just commented this. It's okay.
Oh, the comebacks are absolute gems. I mean, I've
There has been some belters. I'm going to start fueling the fire this time. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I just can't say it to him.
why not? Because what? So they can come at you as well.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
But I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it was a one comment with a guy, and he left his profile private, public. So as soon as I went on there and saw, he's got a sister, that he'd put a post about, I've just got back in contact with my sister after so many years. So I was like, right, that's a weakness. Back in the comments.
That's the only bad thing about the internet is the trolls.
People
Oh,
just,
it's just
and
rubbish,
the
and
thing
that's
is,
to be honest with you.
We're all in this sort of motorsport paddock, club motorsport especially, okay?
yeah.
And we still get people that have raced in similar series.
Yeah.
I won't name them.
Type R trophy?
I'm not saying any
Yeah,
names.
sorry.
And they're the ones giving us abuse. I
Yeah.
said, hold on a minute. We're all from the same...
Oh, we got told we were very poorly researched.
Yeah.
That was the
For
bloke.
having an opinion.
Yeah, apparently so.
I didn't bring the board.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't-
poorly organised, not poorly researched.
Poorly organised. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I got told. And then, the guy raced Type R trophy. So I was like, okay.
I
Thanks,
don't
Dan.
understand the mentality of someone's put a video out on social media. Do you know what I want to do is try and make them miserable. I want to try and get at them for something. And
Yeah.
I just think it's...
How have you got that much time on your hands?
No.
They haven't. They're sitting on the toilet at work while getting paid.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
I mean,
And
I
they hate
have-
their life and they just think, oh, no.
I just
Yeah.
don't. I just hope that they realise it's actually quite a turn on.
For you it is, yeah.
Yeah. So
Sorry, Kirsty, goes home to you with all this pent-up rage. Mic check.
but that's people like that. It's just like, okay, if you're going to call me that, you've not got the nous, the bit of wood and stuff up there to come at me with something with a
Proper.
bit.
No,
Yeah,
at least
with
be witty with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we want. A bit of
We do
humour.
need to set up a PO box. So I do want people to actually make the effort and send them to us and pay for a stamp.
Yes.
You get a shout out.
That's what they
Yeah, that
used
makes
to do.
sense. That
Yeah.
makes
Well, we
sense.
can
If
Yeah.
you can make it the effort, we'll make the effort for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Rate them out of 10, give them a good little critique,
I think we might have to at the end of the year. We'll get all the abusive
we'll do
comments
the
together.
troll awards.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
They'll troll awards and you get a little troll. We'll
Could
send
I
it any way you like.
Could I just get
your-
your opinion, actually? You're a big F1 fan. Robin correctly, absolutely hates it. Robin, can I get your thoughts on Formula One?
Hold on. Say it. The P word.
Pinnacle.
Hey.
Fuck's sake.
Buzzword.
My thoughts on Formula One. There's that guy, Senna, he's pretty quick. Schumacher, I like him, he's quite fast. Coulthard, he's pretty good.
He's not so fast now.
Well, however, these are people that I know as Formula One drivers.
Yeah,
Fucking men driving cars.
yeah.
Sorry, but I don't know. The last thing I saw Lewis Hamilton wearing looked like a dress. I don't understand. And
Fashion, Robin.
very good
It's
driver, but
You talking about fashion?
I just
Hold on,
can't get
fashion.
interested.
Should we talk about what are those?
Oak shoes.
Right. Before you continue with that, one of my icks,
Right.
right?
Hang on, just let me finish with the shoes. They're race shoes. I'd wear them out in an hour because I actually do work on a weekend. So next question.
They're my they're my ick.
These?
Yes.
Do you know why I'm wearing these? Because
Because he's a race driver. Because he's a race driver, he has to show everyone. That's right. That's right.
I'm on a
That's
sabbatical.
my ick.
It's because otherwise I forgot
Actually,
to.
hang on,
I had to come here in my work shoes, and they are absolutely
Can I just point out we
This-
did
disgusting.
This is why. So
You don't want to see socks.
I love my husband, right? But whenever we go to a circuit, he brings his racing gear, and I'm like, why?
No, that's a
never
rule.
know.
That's a
You
rule.
never know.
That's a rule.
I've actually
never
broken
know.
that rule because
What
I've left my
emergency
racing
are you
gear at
gonna
home.
have?
You never know.
You never know.
You
Someone
never know.
might need a
Someone-
driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% always
yeah,
never come to a
100%.
circuit without your gear. I've done it once in my life. And Bloomin, he was here with his legend and what's his name?
Will.
Will.
Was here with the legend. He's like, your kit? I'm like,
Schoolboy
one
error.
time.
Schoolboy error.
The one time I've not come with my kit.
Have you not driven one?
No,
I have.
I know.
In my white overalls and white shoes.
Spitting when I saw that.
Can we-
Sorry, you were explaining why.
To be fair,
This is happening.
his trainers do look homeless.
They are disgusting.
they came from
Literally,
work.
I've gone through the side
I
of
would
them.
rather
and-
the homeless trainers.
No, you wouldn't.
Than the no.
I
I am going to point out something though. We
These
had
are Clarks, actually, look.
we did a charity.
Gosh, Clarks.
Well, did
So-
you get them from your dad?
To wear Clarks, you're going to be like under 5 or over.
Okay.
So I will point out as well, we did a charity karting thing at Sandown Raceway last weekend to raise awareness for ADHD. Damon Hill was there. That was very cool.
And Josh.
And Josh Hill, he was there as well. So they go to do their sort of photograph out on the start-finish line. I could pick him out half a mile away because he
I
was
look like an
wearing
eraser.
He didn't wear his own kit.
he was wearing his Porsche Motorsport overalls.
No, you never wear your own stuff karting.
Yeah, I did. And they've got a whole. They're actually up at Antoine with Stand 21. Thank
do
you,
that.
Antoine, because he's fixing them because I broke them.
I've done that once. With my own helmet and kit to arrive and drive karting, and I need a new spine because of it.
Oh yeah, you just.
Like, you're just a target.
To be fair, you got one of them faces. They just pick you out on the See that bloke there, dickhead.
Normally the one in front of you, though. I just say.
So let's go back to the Formula One conversation.
Yeah,
Katie,
sorry.
You have the floor.
I'm not a massive fan. Definitely not a massive fan. And I do think that the way the regulations are, it has taken away the true racing element of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of feel like the sport has no choice. And then mixed with, we're getting older. The new generation of fans need to come in and they've got to get them to buy into it. Otherwise, the money's not going to be there. It's not going to exist anymore.
So what they've done is not going to help at all.
But the new generation of fans are absolute weapons anyway.
They are. They absolutely are. They get referenced like the Drive to Survive fans.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with that. I think if you want new fans in something like Formula One, it needs to be circa V10 era, loud, obnoxiously loud. I think you've quoted,
Sustainable fuels.
Yeah.
pops, bangs, fuel,
Just
spitting
even
flames,
if
all
you've
that
got to keep
stuff.
it turbo,
Like,
ditch the hybrid, put a sustainable fuel in it like Sustain Fuels, what Paddy
Yeah,
knows
get
about,
that.
whatever.
Yeah.
Put a sodding great turbo in at the size of a dustbin, have it spitting flames out so hard it burns the kids in row 1.
The only. Do you know we're missing the thing here? Most new F1 fans lack testosterone, regardless of what gender they're born.
and they probably all got a Focus ST with
Thanks,
a
mate.
pop crackle map.
No,
That's it.
no, I don't
See,
think
I
they
like
do.
Drive to Survive.
No,
they
it's like
do.
the later. What?
I like Drive to Right.
I like Drive
I
to
like the
Survive.
human element. I like
Sorry.
the human
I would
of it.
rather have emergency surgery on my scrotum than watch Drive to Survive.
still haven't
it
seen
does
it.
my
So
absolute Sweden.
Is
I
it a
know-
film or what is it?
series. So I know someone who was in the Red Bull pit crew. He was right rear off, something like that. Anyway, he had a few clips in Drive to Survive where they were like zooming in on his face, and there's one really serious, and he's like whispering to his mate next to him, and it made it like they put it into a race that weekend. It wasn't when that clip happened, and he said we were talking about lunch.
And that is why
we weren't discussing the race. We were just having a little chit chat because it was
Right.
it was in
So
between.
you say it's a
cinematic
series.
effect.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
put
this
some
is
like
the problem,
dramatic
but this
music
is what the
behind it.
young, this is what
Do
the
you,
young they crave.
out of interest, do you know or follow NASCAR at all?
I've watched it.
boogity boogity
No, that's
boogity.
not.
Let's go
That's
racing.
not what. Yeah, you've watched it.
You've
Everyone who
chosen the
watched
right-
I don't
Days of
follow.
Thunder.
I didn't say I follow.
Yeah. NASCAR.
If you were to do anything, follow NASCAR for a year. Just have to
Yeah.
bear with me. Just follow, and I'm not just talking about the Cup Series. Follow ARCA. Follow the Feeder Series. It's the people are like, oh, it's just an oval.
But the
They're going
thing
round
is,
and round and
though,
round and
there's,
round.
there's a
You-
NASCAR
Even though I call it
documentary
SVG, baby.
that I've watched
Yeah.
and really enjoyed, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, you get to actually learn more about how it
There's
works.
so much to it,
Yeah.
especially the road courses, the super speed, and even the
SVG.
That's one of the best drivers in the world. He's
Yeah.
chosen to do it, and he's not doing well. He has to go to the road courses. He makes them all look like
No, but the
amateurs.
ovals, he's starting to learn the ovals. He will win on the ovals this year.
Oh, for sure, he's going to get his first signature. But my point is, like, compared to Formula One, it's just dull.
Yeah.
You watch NASCAR, it's back to hairy-chested man racing. Now, you said earlier you understand why the sport have to do it, being F1. They clearly don't, because NASCAR have just gone, nah, we're not doing that. And they're still proper cars, proper
Yeah.
power,
V8s.
spitting flames at everyone, spinning the wheels, spinning the tyres, hitting
Yeah.
each other at 200 mile an hour, fighting when they get out of the cars.
Yeah.
It's just like ice hockey on the track.
I was going to
Like-
do they have the same rules or are allowed to fight as long as it's one-on-one?
well, they always do, whether they're allowed
Do you
to.
know what? I think that,
The teams get involved. It's brilliant.
mate, I still think now that should be a rule. That should be the cross between ice hockey and
You should have a goon on
motorsport.
each team.
But
No,
that's
it-
another ick of mine. I've seen one driver try and punch another wearing helmets, and I'm like,
No,
really?
you don't wear your...
No, but they do. But they do that in ice hockey. You know,
Yeah, they
if
do,
you're going
actually,
to if you're going to cut your fist, well, I think there should be a perspex box in Parc Ferme. If you have a problem with another driver,
Yeah, that's cool.
you beat the crap out of each other and you go and sit in there for 5 minutes. That's your penalty. Or if you've had if you've had a bad race, you take a 5-minute penalty on your race, but you get to scrap it out. Works in ice hockey, why not? And they've got like blades on their feet.
Yeah.
Effectively, that's the ultimate blood sport.
My point is, giving out, and people watching, if you haven't done it, open your
NASCAR.
mind, just be
Definitely.
open-minded to it and watch it.
It's not
Yes.
just turning left.
It is way
No.
more than
Yeah,
that.
it's
And I have
amazing.
joked with Nick at home that I'd love to be a NASCAR wife.
Oh, yeah.
Watching Talladega Nights, I'm like, oh my god, yes. That would
Do you
be
know
me.
what? I'm pretty sure I've had this conversation with Scott and a few other people. If someone came to me and said, we've got X amount of budget for you to go racing that would be something like, I don't know, Caymans or JCWs, I wouldn't do that. I would go and race your own NASCAR because you can go and race your own NASCAR for the same, no, probably less money. And that's racing around Europe. You do Venray and you do Vallelunga.
I
you
didn't
do
even know
Brands,
the thing
Speedfest.
existed.
Euro NASCAR, yeah.
Didn't even know it
American
existed.
Speedfest, baby.
Yeah, man.
Ah,
You
okay.
can't watch it.
You need to come and watch it at Brands, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, I want to go to America and race on those circuits.
Yeah,
do
baby.
that. Like that's
Yes.
Just go and
It's-
drive at Daytona in one of the higher cars. It's just you drive at that and it's like, oh my god, and it just goes whoop.
My
And you're
dad's
like,
done it, and he reminds me like so often.
It's
He's done
awesome.
it.
It's awesome. And you try and walk up the track. You're like, this seems like a building.
Yeah, but that's it. Like people say, oh, unlimited budget. You go and racing tomorrow. Where you going? I'm like,
States.
if I can, buy my way straight
so.
into
Oh,
NASCAR
no,
Cup.
if it was unlimited budget, I'd be off to Australia. V8s.
That's so surprising.
I get that.
Has he never mentioned this?
It'd be V8s.
Never
Oh, you
talked
get it.
about
But for me, the beauty of NASCAR now is the new gen car, the next gen car. They do the road course as well. And the road course, the next gen car is basically very similar to an Aussie V8 Tourer.
Yes.
Their
They-
chassis
yeah,
are
they did.
they are what they are. You know, they're a monocoque thing. They're very
collaborated
good. They
on it,
got a
didn't
transaxle. Yeah, they're a proper thing. So you get to drive that on the road courses in America, and you get to go on super speedways, and then you get to go to the shorter circuits as well.
Yeah.
And the cup car on a short circuit, like, how cool! Like, I always thought for me, I was like, the bigger circuit, surely, but watching him on the smaller circuits, just
Bristol.
it's just carnage. And I just love it because you just behind someone, it's just like just pick up the throttle and bash them out of the way.
Oh, you mean
And-
like Minesville?
yeah, literally, it was just non-stop, wasn't it? Like, it's just
Bang, bang,
absolute
bang, bang,
carnage.
bang, bang, bang.
But I think they're all doing it. There's no, there's very little people argue about it. Barbara's had his fair share this year, but generally, it's just accepted. You get one, you take one.
But we're not going to say that in briefing tomorrow morning.
For sure, no.
For sure.
No, but it's totally different.
The Europeans do not race like this.
But it is just totally different. Everything is just completely different. And it's my favourite form most, like 100%.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Tangent, sorry.
Who's going to win the series in NASCAR then?
Tyler Reddick, 100% this year. I put some money on that. He's just beat SVG on a street course.
On pace as well.
I'm sorry, if you can do, he's been another league every other time they've gone to road course. Tyler Reddick has just practice, and he's gone, I can do that. And he's just done him.
Yeah,
I think as soon as SVG wins that first oval and gets that monkey off his back, he's done.
What, retire?
No. Not quite.
He's very close. He's very close. He's right up there all the time.
He'll be unstoppable.
No,
Sure, we're boring people in NASCAR.
You're not really
sorry.
a NASCAR fan yet. Who's winning?
It's similar to all kinds of motorsport. If it's on, I'll go, I'll check that out. So if it's IndyCar, NASCAR, I will.
But I think it's one of those things. If
I've
you
seen
get
your
in,
Instagram up at 4 a.m. watching races.
Yeah, it's easier
I'm
now.
a casual fan.
With a child.
Yeah.
It's Edie for a couple of rounds of Formula One. It's conveniently.
So have you literally got newborn just going, that setup he's running is absolutely awful. Look at the washout he's got on that corner.
Her little judgy face as well.
Yeah.
Like, some of us saw it today.
Edie knows the crack. Edie
does.
knows the crack. If it's not a blue oval, it's not worth it.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
So who's winning the F1 World Championship this year? Robin doesn't care.
I don't know the drivers. I promise you. I know. Is Lewis still doing it?
Yes.
I don't know one other name. I promise you.
Really?
I promise you. I don't.
You don't know Max Verstappen?
I've heard of that one because
There you
I
go.
only heard of him because of all he's going to N24.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's Formula 1 driver. Right, he's actually doing proper sport now.
There we go.
Hello, fellow amateurs.
Who's winning the F1 this year, Casey?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I love Kimi Antonelli. So Mercedes driver.
It's a girl, surely.
And what if it was?
Nothing. I just.
Put you on the spot there. Young, talented, already sort of showing, like the Oscar Piastri of last season, but in a Mercedes.
Don't know
So,
that.
He's Australian.
young Australian.
Rob loves him.
There's another English kid now. Isn't there?
There's a few.
Yeah.
Ollie
Ollie
Behrman, George
Behrman.
Russell,
George Russell,
Lando
heard of
Norris.
that.
I don't like George Russell.
I don't.
No.
The arrogance of the...
Arrogance. I've never warmed to him.
Oh, would he?
And just there's comments about so last season there was an issue of McLaren where I can't remember what they'd given Oscar got to pit first and then Lando then pitted, but his pit stop was rubbish.
Yeah,
so
they
he was
did-
like,
they did the
and then
swap
they did the
back.
swap round.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's got nothing to do with Oscar. That's just look at the draw. Your pit stop was crap.
I do
Get
think
over it.
Zach Brown should have been fired by the McLaren board for that cringy radio message. Hi, is that the Formula One World Champion? Shut up.
But then you roll to the last race, and then George pitted a lap before a safety car came out. And then I think his team radio was pretty much like, well, can we swap round because that was unfair?
That was
I'm
that was the last race.
Yeah. And I'm like, mate, come on, grow up.
Oh, he did nothing but bitch and moan.
Have a little grow up. And then he's like, we could have won that race today.
We did win the race, but you didn't.
Yeah, Kimi did, your teammate
Yeah.
did. So that's where I'm like,
Yeah, so you're just a straight up Russell hater.
no.
No.
Oh, it sounded like it.
I just don't want
Did a little
to.
bit, yeah.
So you don't want him to win then, is that what we're saying?
No.
Oh.
No, they're all,
Did he put you on the spot there?
They're all
She
talented.
hasn't answered the question. She's deflecting a lot.
They're all talented drivers, apart from,
Lance?
yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, I've just got my real material.
They're all talented drivers, bar one, no offence, but come on, he's definitely forced into that F1 car. He doesn't want to do it.
Well, his dad's probably forced a few other things. He is in the Epstein files.
Oh, there's another reel.
He is definitely sort. Yeah, there's some.
I would love for Edie to get into racing. I want her to be badass in a go-kart, from a young age.
In NASCAR.
But, yeah. I mean, Nick and I would love to move to Texas. That's one thing that we've definitely said. If the opportunity came up, we'd be straight out there.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I would never put her in a position where she didn't want to do something like that. I definitely wouldn't spend
She's
the
not
money.
going to get
on
a choice. She's going to know nothing else.
Yeah. I've already been singing sweet nothings to her when I saw her this evening saying, you're going to be such a good racing driver. And
Cheers.
yeah, so
Are you sure you're not on the Epstein files?
no.
As long as she
Definitely
doesn't take
not.
her driving skill from me, because I can't.
You had one issue. We're going to get you back out in the car, Katie. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
I don't know.
Come drifting, you might be better at that.
Why not?
See, I think I could actually be all right at drifting. I used to
Way
work
more
in
girl-
drifting. I
way
used
more
to
girls
work
do
in
it.
drifting.
Way more girls do it as well.
And they kick ass at it.
Yeah.
Very good.
Precision.
Right, guys. So we better carry on our exploits this evening and get some more C1 drivers ready. But yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast. I think this might have to be a regular thing, Trackside, because this is quite entertaining. We'll just talk about the ways of the motorsport world and start.
Very little subject matter. Just watch.
Very little subject matter. We'll just sit here, waffle bollocks, and hopefully piss some people off.
Fantastic.
Sound good?
You send in, get the PO box ready.
Yeah?
I'm going to get trolls.
Oh, you will get trolls.
I bring them on. I'm, postpartum rage.
Actually, the little ones with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll print
Like
some.
my child's hair at the minute, bless her.
Why not? Well, look, I'll tell you what. Last round, we will present the Troll Awards. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well,
and we'll get their mum's address and then we can send the troll to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Are we doing this at 24 hour?
definitely.
Like a,
I think this-
like a,
Every few hours.
no, like a 4 in the morning.
And then progressively get.
Lord.
This is going to be a podcast for the ages at the 24 hours. Let's get it done.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
That's not a bad idea.
Like a 2 hourly,
Yeah.
well, not hourly,
And then
be too
just-
many, but like a 2 hour checkup.
We'll be really like cheery and jolly, and as it gets like
Have
hour
lows.
16 of black fuck off.
I tell you
On
what,
a
if
cheese toasty, I'm angry.
you get me in a car, I'll do it while I'm going round.
I'm kind of waiting for a 116 drive to come up, actually.
Yeah, why not? You're going back to your BMW days, buddy.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, that I could do. Actually.
100%. 100%. Well, for the moment, she's been Katie
Yeah, cool.
Ramsey-Gough. He has been Robin Welsh. You've been Scott Evans.
And you've been Rob Lewis.
Yeah, and that is the Driving Talk podcast for this week. Trackside, baby, at Brands Hatch. Hopefully,
again.
we'll know by now if all the cars have come back. I'll just do.
Everyone finished. It was a brilliant
Everyone
race. Well
finished.
done,
It was a
everyone.
brilliant race. Or,
don't
didn't
talk about
like
that.
to see that streak across the track like that. That was nasty.
Shit again.
Yeah,
Yeah, but everyone who finished, great. Yeah, but those who didn't,
yeah.
sorry.
Fantastic. Right. See you next week,
Cheers.
folks.
Thank you.
Bye.